Happy Independence Day, everyone. It's 4th of July, 2020. I am in Banister Tavern again. Banister Town Tavern, or Halifax Tavern, or Bell Tavern, as I've heard it called. So, one of my videos earlier, I was speculating that the house had been changed after it was added on to, that one of the windows originally was a doorway, and then it became a window. Well, upon pulling more, this was all sheetrock. Above it's plaster. This is all sheetrock that had been replaced. Down at the bottom as well. And this side, again, I'm not sure why the plaster was pulled down, unless it was just starting to deteriorate. I will tell you that pulling plaster down on this side of the house, this is the older side of the home, this side of the house has been a monster. This plaster is well adhered to the lathing. It takes a great deal of work to break it loose. The other side, not so much. I'll show you that in a moment. But I'm going to show you here, you've got another lateral beam that runs the corners of the house. These are called lateral stabilizers, I believe, something like that. I know there's a more proper name, but I forget. It's named after the region or something. I forget what that name is. I'll document it and put it on one of the pictures. But you can see this lateral beam, it's not attached here. Right, that indicates to me that there was probably a doorway right here. This beam down here was added, this lateral beam. All it's doing is holding this windowsill up. It really does not tie into that lateral beam there. Sorry for the video work. It doesn't tie into that. So again, my assumption is there was probably a doorway here. Once I pull more down, I may see evidence that be the case, or I could be totally mistaken. I don't know. So anyway, one of the really fun things with this, if you see this, this is pine bark. Let's turn it this way. This is pine bark. Probably looked just like it did when the tree was harvested. It came from this seal right here. Put that back down. Give me 1 second. It runs from that seal there that was notched. But this is covered in pine bark still running up the wall. The top is plaster. I've not pulled that down, obviously. Here's another lateral seal. The sun's going to be horrible on the camera right there. Let me try a different angle. Another lateral seal right there on this side of the house that will run up and they'll join here. Lateral stabilizer, I believe is what they're called again. I'm extremely saddened to see this. This is, of course, this is beautiful old baseboard, but right there is what we call that's one of your main support beams that holds the upstairs and the roof and everything, and there is significant water and bug damage. That'll have to be pieced. I'm hoping that you just don't keep finding that. Again, another lateral seal over here, lateral beam stabilizer running that section of the house. I'm going to take you over into the newer addition that I told you I believe was all sheetrock. I was hoping that someone had done in this room like they did the other side, and they pulled down the plaster and the lathing and then put the sheetrock up, which makes it much easier for me. They did not do that. If you look behind me there, they put in fern strips through here, okay? And here's one. So they ran fern strips, what looks like every 3 feet maybe, and put the sheetrock right over top of the old plaster. And I can tell you now why they did it. This plaster crumbles. It is not like the other room. I do not see a whole lot of hair in any of this plaster. The other plaster, I see remnants of a lot of horsehair. Tail and mane is generally what it is. But you can see this plaster just peels off. So I'm assuming that this side was in a terrible disrepair, excuse me. And it was just easier for the homeowner at the time just to put sheetrock right over top of it. The ceilings are the same way. It's sheetrock over top of the old plaster. So now I've got double the work. I've got to pull sheetrock down and plaster. That's all right. Here, another main seal. I believe this would have probably been the exterior of the house in its day when it was first built. I believe this room was added on. This side would have been the exterior. Probably will have more evidence of that as we go. If that is the case, there may have been a fireplace right here. We'll find that out too as we're going. There should have been probably a fireplace, chimney running the wall, if this was the end of the home and this was the other side. We'll definitely know once we get into the crawl space when the flooring all comes up, and there may be evidence of the foundation of where the chimney would have set in a fireplace. So, not sure. I could be. I'm just guessing on that one, but that kind of makes sense to me. So, anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Still exposing the framing of this old home. Finding neat little secrets. Also finding more rot that is saddening. I wish I could have gotten this house about 10 years ago before all this rot occurred and salvaged it. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. Thank you, Carl Espy, Barbara Bass, Sonia. Sonia, I can't remember your last name. I'm sorry. Anyway, Preservation Virginia, Historic Foundation, Town Council for giving us this opportunity, or giving me and my wife this opportunity to save this old property. Again, I hope you all have a great 4th of July. Please be safe and enjoy celebrating our nation's birthday, our nation's independence. Thank you.